Hey y'all, I'm back with part 7 of the series Wife Chronicles. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for joining the conversation. This is a book podcast about the book that I wrote. It's a nonfiction book concerning my experiences and my occurrences and how I got over them, how I prevailed, how I made it through the journey. And how I do that is by journaling in the power of God. I write my way out. I write my way to the destination. That's what this book is about. If you have not bought the book, I encourage you to go buy the book. The book link is at the bottom of this video. It's in the description. Buy it, read it, get into it, understand who you are as an individual, understand how you can help your marriage survive. We have to survive. Through our marriage, in our marriage, is our jobs to be able to hold the piece together. We gotta hold it together. Oh, we gotta hold it together. It's so much in store for you guys. I promise you, it's so much in store for you guys. It is, and just hold on. Just hold on. Don't let it go. Don't think that it's over. It's not over. It's not over till God says it's over. Okay? Don't let these things beat you up inside. Write those things out. Get your feelings down on paper. We're going to make it. We're going to overcome this thing. We're getting through it. And I know we're getting through it because we're on part 7. Part 7. Watch 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Get into it. Understand who you are. Understand that your situation is going to make it. You're going to overcome because of your situation. Because it's looking a little cloudy right now, but it's the purpose. It's the purpose to the strong thing in your relationship. It's the purpose to making it stronger. And you might not see it right now, but it's going to make it stronger. That link, that problem is the link to the strong in your marriage. That problem is the link to your growing in your marriage. That problem is the link to your walk in your marriage. It doesn't seem like it now. It's a little flaky. It's a little flaky. It's a little discouraging right now. But hey, we gonna get through it. Let's talk about part 7. And I name it. It's mental. If you guys hear the instrumental behind me, it's my mind's playing tricks on me. To all you 90s babies out there, if you're not a 90s baby and you a new baby, say, oh yeah, it's the Ghetto Boys. That was a song back in the day. And my mind's playing tricks on me. You know, sometimes we see things in a different light. We see things that are destruction because of something negative in front. And we take those negative things and we can make destruction out of the negativity. But there is problem. There is power in that problem. I promise you, it's power in that problem, and we're gonna figure it out today. We're gonna solve the equation today. It's mental. And I remember watching an interview of New Edition years ago, and they used to always have a saying, and they would say it's mental. I never understood it, but I understand it now. We have to get in touch with our minds, our thoughts, those deep things that are hanging over us. We want those things to no longer hang. We want to write them out. Everything that's hanging, write it out. And that's why people renew their vows, because you have to get in your mind, okay, I need a refresher. I need a reminder. It's going to help strengthen you. The renewal is going to help strengthen you. And we want to become level-headed. We want to become balanced. And when bad things happen, our mental is affected. So let's balance out our mental. It's the number one point right now. Getting in touch with our mental. We want to balance our mental. Number one, balance our mental. And how do you do that? You want to outweigh the good from the bad. outweigh the good from the bad on this particular day in part 7. I was just not in the mood. I'm quite angry. I'm quite hurt. I'm crushed. I feel way down. I feel like I just can't bear what's really going on with me. Man, it was pretty deep. It was cut. It was cutthroat. It was cut me deep about this situation with my husband and another woman, and the affair that I just found out about. And it was pretty tough that day. I didn't want to be bothered. Um, don't say anything to me. I was in my feelings that day. And I hate to say in my feelings, because in my feelings is just like you kind of touchy that day. I wanted to kill somebody that day. I wanted to see, I wanted to plot something. How can I get away with something? That's how I was feeling on that day. Can I do a kill and run? That's what I was feeling like. I'm just keeping it 100%. That's exactly what I was feeling like. And so um I had a lot of things going on, and in my book I say that I'm mentally exhausted. I'm mentally exhausted. I had things that I had to do that day, the kids and these stuff, and I just wasn't in the mood, man. I can't even think about what my family needs because this little old situation is overbearing. It's too much for me to get through my day. I'm mentally exhausted this day. And I need to balance. And how do I balance? We talked about balancing your mental. You balance by outweighing the good from the bad. And you have to get there. You have to outweigh, and I know you say, oh, it's too soon. Um, try to find a way to do that. And you have to think about the initial start to your relationship. The initial start was the love. That's what it was. You started off with zero. You didn't think about those flaws. You let those things, the small things, you let those things ride out. It was zero to your love. You started off with nothing getting in your way. And that's what you have to think about, the initial feelings that you guys shared and had from the start. Start off thinking about the zero things, the flaws that you didn't see, that were there, but you didn't see them because you didn't let that stand in your way of love and marriage. And so that's what you have to kind of think about. Think about where you started. Go there. And when I think about this, I kind of think about a scale. And when you weigh something, you have to make sure it's zero before you can get on the scale, before you can add something to the scale. You see it when you go to the doctor's office. It starts off with zero. And when I think about medication and when we have to prepare an actual compound for somebody, you have to always start that balance off, that scale off with zero. And whatever that product is that you have to make in order to make that compound or that medication, if it's the product is too low, if you haven't added enough to your scale, hey, you got to add more product. And if it's too high, you got to take some product off of that scale to make sure it's the number that you need. The number has to be accurate to get the right product, the full product. The number of that initial product has to be right, or something is going to be off balance. And when things are too high, when that product is too high that you add to the scale, you take some of that product off. You have to, and that's what you do when you're writing. You're actually taking something off your scale, taking something off that balance. You can't balance, you can't juggle when something has too much weight on it. So, number 2 point, the second point is writing will help take off the weight. Writing will help take off the weight. You will become free. You will become less weighed down. You gotta take something off your load. You can't afford to carry those things around. So writing will help you do that. Writing will take the load off. Okay. And and you know, it's important that you guys get the right product, the right ingredients. It's important that you formulate that and make sure that those things that you need to make that medication, those things that you need are in proper form, in a proper format. So you're going to get all your ingredients together, put it on a scale, weigh it, but always let the good outweigh the bad. Always. You got to make sure that you stick to the original plan. We talked about sticking to the original plan in part 6. We first make a plan or a promise to ourselves, and throughout the time, as time goes on, we're on fire when it first starts, and as time goes on, something distracts us, something gets in our way. We no longer want to let things get in our way. We no longer want to let things affect our mental. And sometimes, when bad things happen, we become isolated. We get in this dark space. And then even in my journal writing on that day, I said I was in a dark space, but we got to remember that dark places are made for development. That's number 3 point. You're in this dark place for development. Dark places are made for developing. Number 3, dark places are made for developing. And any good photographer, when you take a picture, what do? They take it to a dark room so that it can be developed. You can't develop the picture in the light. It has to go into a dark room. Okay? And sometimes in that dark room, you have to find a confidant. When you're in that dark space, you see how they go, and the photographer will put it in a dark room, and then they go to do something else. In between that space, in between that time while you're in the development stages, you have to be able to talk to somebody who's relatable, who can bring you out, who can encourage you, somebody who understands your situation. Find you a confidant in those dark places of your life, when those things seem to be weighing you down, even when it's good things that you need to do, things that need to be brought to the light. You have to connect to somebody who will be able to take those things and uplift those things out of you. Even in the good things, even if the things that you want to be developed, you have to attach to somebody. You have to. And until you're fully developed, that's what you're going to need. And after you're finished with the process, now you're going to be able to get framed. That picture, you will be a full blown bright picture after a while. I promise you, your mental will start to unleash because you're writing. Go in that dark place, go in that dark room, write out what you need. And in your writing, you will begin to rationalize things. You will begin to reason things in a different way. You'll convert your thinking, your thoughts. You will not be the same. Your relationship, your marriage, because you're writing, you're converting in your writing. You're converting in your writing. Your thoughts are converting. You're reorganizing your thoughts, putting it in the order. Remember, outweigh the good from the bad. Okay? Spit out the bones and chew the meat. Okay? Outweigh the good from the bad. You just write it all out on paper. And then you can pick from what you need on that paper. Pick from what you need. Pick from what you need. But get in touch with yourself. Get in touch with your thoughts. Okay? You want to be in touch with the conscious. Okay? In touch with the conscious thoughts. In touch with the things that will prepare you for your future. Your thoughts are preparing you for your future. Don't forget that. Hold on. Hold on tight. Don't let go. Your thoughts will not let you down. Your thoughts will not let you down. It is your way to freedom. It is your way to liberty. You are going to be liberated through this thing. You will become free within yourself. Be liberated today. We have that right to be liberated. And I keep on reverberating. I keep on saying this thing to you because it is important that we understand that it is value in our writing. And sometimes you will vacillate. Sometimes you're going to vacillate, but stick to the original plan. Stick to the original promise. You guys promise that you will do good through the bad. That's what you promise, that you will stay together for better or for worse. You promise through sickness and health. You promise that you will stay for the bad. You have to look for the good even when it's bad. Write it out on paper. So a man thinketh, so is he. Your marriage will survive. You will survive. Surviving your marriage. That's what we want to talk about, right? Get in touch with your mental so that you can survive your marriage. Y'all can't let go. You can't let go. Because it is power in your pain. It is power in that pain. You don't see it now, but I promise you, you will. You will see it. Because we're going to write our way to our destinations. We getting over the bump. And I want you to stay tuned for part 8. Part 8, we're going to really get into it. Let your thoughts go with and both say, free your mind. The rest will follow. Come on. Part 8, let's go.